What?
Welcome back to Weekend Movie Bros, where I am one half of Movie Break Bro. I am Jacob. That is idiot, and
You guys saw me recently today, and that's Magic Mike.
yes, Magic Mike was not there. Jacob was.
Yes, you were. Just to let everybody know who was there for the Revolution commentary, part two of the Revolution commentary will be tomorrow. We will finish up the season. We have 2 episodes left, and we will do all that fun stuff tomorrow. Thank you guys for coming in and watching it, and I will see you tomorrow as well.
Also, for people who are also going to be on the channel tomorrow, we have 8 different trailer reactions going to be dropping throughout the day, as well.
Dang.
Yes, it's gonna be a fighting day for them. Figure out which one stands on top. The only one I've not reacted to yet is Despicable Me 4. I'll be doing that later on today.
Wait,
tonight.
what?
Despicable Me 4 got its trailer tonight as part of the football game.
Oh,
Universal
we're getting
drop.
ready.
Yeah.
Because, in 2 weeks we're going to get Deadpool 3, obviously.
I would probably say I would probably say so, yes.
You were so assured, you sneezed.
Zachary, what are we watching today, since it is your pick?
So, I have been on this camp the past couple of weeks, past movie commentaries for myself, of going back and watching the more impactful superhero films to me over the last decade. And this would be one of them. This is Logan. Last night I watched Days of Future Past to get ready to watch this movie because, in my opinion, we go from Days of Future Past right into Logan. It's within that timeline that we're now setting up, and so by the way, Days of Future Past still holds up. Beautiful film. But this to me is the reason why the R rating. This and Deadpool are the two reasons why R rating superhero movies are now officially doing either well or better than they did. And I think that's why movie also is, I think, the reason why DC was confident going into their Joker movie back in 2019. Because this told a mature, thematic, and beautiful story from beginning to end. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. The black and white version adds a lot more depth for me. We were watching the colored version, but if you are intrigued to watch a black and white version of this movie, it is fantastic. This movie makes me cry every time at a certain scene. When we get there, you'll know. Um, but this is also two of my absolute favorite performances in any film from Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart both. They are absolute powerhouses in this film, and also she is not underrated, but I don't think she's talked about enough in this film. Daphne Keane, for what minimal what talking she does in this film, does terrific eye acting in this movie between her and Jackman, and when she actually gets to talk, it's one of my favorite moments of the film. So I'm excited. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. This is easily in my top 4 comic book movies of all time. Easily in my top 4.
So, little fun fact for everybody out there. I've only seen this once. That was back in March 3rd of 2017.
2017, the day it released.
The day it released. Actually, knowing my track record, it was probably March 2nd.
Probably. Back then, you were definitely going more to the early showing back then.
Yeah, I was on a Thursday night spring. I don't tend to do those as often anymore because who has the money for that? But that's really the money. It truly is the money. The time's not a problem. I say that as I just saw a Thursday night premiere just like, I don't know, a week ago. So who am I? Which was cheaper than the movie I just saw like 3 days ago, and it was horrible. I regret my choices in pricing sometimes. If a ticket's $17, maybe don't go see the movie. I don't know. I sure did, though.
Unless it's something you truly want to go watch, sometimes it's not worth the price of admission.
Either way, I've only seen this movie once. That's when it came out.
Can I ask why?
It traumatized me. It disturbed me to my ever core, and I was like, never again. And here we are. So That's basically what it is. See, it's interesting because certain movies, Logan in particular, it was one of those first really dark, like truly dark. Deadpool's not dark. Deadpool is a
No,
funny movie at its core with a few
it's a love
dark
story,
things.
as he says in the movie.
Depends on which one you watch, really. Actually, I would say Deadpool 2 is more of a love story than Deadpool 1, in my opinion. But
Recently watching Deadpool, I disagree.
well, I think you should watch Deadpool 2, which I know you won't. So
it's the okay sequel.
no. The extended cut is superior.
I've never seen the extended cut.
Oh my god, that's a movie commentary going to be happening. Honestly, I'd probably rather watch Deadpool 2 as a movie commentary than Deadpool 1 because
1.
I don't think it's fun to watch me just say all the lines. Which I do.
Jacob knows that movie backwards and forwards.
Whereas Deadpool 2, I don't know. Like I've seen it like a very many times.
Handful.
I saw Deadpool 1 like 9 times in theaters. I saw Deadpool 2 like 7 times in theaters. I will probably see Deadpool 3 at least 3 times because symmetry.
Symmetry.
But
hang on,
Logan,
what symmetry are you talking about there?
There's 3. It's the third.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Look at the clock. Okay, so no one understands that, and that's fine. By the way, with Logan, it was a truly dark and depressing and disturbing. There is no happiness. There's not a single light scene in this movie. Okay, and it's so fleeting that it's like, oh my god, you're here. Hi, bye. Okay, so it doesn't count. No. All right. The only other movie I've seen in this caliber in like a superhero movie is anything to do with either Zack Snyder, because wow, damn, okay, where's the happiness there, sweetie? Not existed. Or let's get real here, Joker. But somehow Joker made me so happy inside that I never once felt depressed while watching it, whereas Logan makes me I felt depressed while watching this. I was like, oh, that's cute. That's cool. And then I was sad. So Joker wasn't that way. Joker was more like, and it just, and I saw Joker 3 times in theaters, which is so shocking to me. I don't know how I sat through that 3 times, like all the way. Like, that's crazy.
So here's the thing. I saw it 1.5 times in theaters. I saw it the week it came out. And I was like, wow, I absolutely love this film. I'm going to go watch it again. I got about halfway through, like, wow, I'm really depressed right now. I want to leave and go home and go watch something happy. And that's exactly what I did.
No, you can't get up before the talk show? That's crazy.
It is crazy. You know what scene got me?
No, it's fine. Well, yeah, what scene?
The hospital scene.
See, my thing here is like I saw it 3 times for the ending.
The ending's worth it, man. But it's getting there. It's so hard.
It's the best portrayal of a Joker
of all time. Yet I saw this movie 4 times.
Yeah, see, some people just like to be hit over and over again, and that's their prerogative. With that being said, let's watch Logan.
Let's watch Logan. If it was not for Logan, you would have never got The Greatest Showman.
Which I would also be kind of okay with. So that's all right.
Hey, that's a good movie.
Until you do research.
Movie-wise, yes.
The movie.
I agree.
I can't watch
it. The music's worth it, though.
There's 1 song. 2 songs. Either way, they're both sung by Zac Efron. Let's not be shocked here. Also, anything that can get Zendaya to sing, I do give you props because it's fucking hard. Okay, either way, a few other tad bits before we jump into this, because we're about to jump into this. It has a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes. Majority of people liked it, obviously. 90% on as an audience score. Majority of people liked it. Box office wise, it did better overseas, but it did 226 over here, with most of it coming from its opening weekend. But it only had a small budget, to be fair, for a superhero movie. And it made 392 overseas, blowing out to a 619. If we're comparing that to, like, let's say Deadpool 2, which are combining these 2 movies basically into one. Mm-hmm. Let's see what Deadpool 2 did.
Before you say the number, I'd say it'd be around 800 range. for
Yeah, it
Deadpool
is around
2?
800 range. It's 785, and so one could probably predict around 900 is my best guess. Like if we're looking at X-Men at the top of its thing, which is probably X-Men Days of Future
Days of Future
Past,
Past.
is probably the best X-Men performing movie.
I would assume so.
It's still only coming in at 746. So it's either there's only 746 partially million people are interested in the X-Men, or we just haven't got the perfect mold yet. So let's see
But
if killing
it also
them
just shows how
will do the trick.
consistent. It also shows how consistent this franchise was while it was going.
Well, I mean, I just picked the most popular one. I'm sure if I go to like I don't know Dark Phoenix, we could see the inconsistencies.
It's also in the mutants.
Yeah, see in the edges exactly.
I've never seen that one.
That's okay. I did see
Dark
that.
Phoenix.
It was not good. Buffy's in it. Fun fact. She actually plays a big role. Weirdly enough. Yeah, I know. Isn't that odd? But it's
Buffy?
super racist. So.
Which one are we
Yeah,
talking
Buffy.
about here? New Mutants or Dark Phoenix?
New Mutants. Buffy plays a big part in New Mutants.
No, I was talking about Dark Phoenix.
Oh, you've never seen Dark Phoenix?
No, I stayed away from it. I've never seen it.
Dark Phoenix was fine. It was an okay movie. It was nowhere near as bad as people made it out to be, in my opinion. Like it was not as good as the images that were released before they went through and changed everything. That was the movie I got. I'm like, damn.
The only redeeming qualities about New Mutants is Anya Taylor-Joy as Magic.
Yeah, see, I disagree. Her performance is great, but the character itself is absolutely horrible. I would never want to see it again in live action. Even if the sequences with magic in it were some of the best sequences, it's unwatchable. It is so bad. And then like the director, that's a very dicey movie. Whereas Dark Phoenix, like I don't know, I can just that image plays in my head of her covered in fire. Like that is such a cool like concept for never.
Is it better than Apocalypse?
Oh yeah. I like Dark Phoenix way better than Apocalypse. But I also think it's based on taste. Apocalypse feels like a Saturday morning cartoon, whereas Dark Phoenix definitely feels more like a drama. There's a little bit of action in it, enough to kind of satisfy, but not enough to like really like dive in. It really is about Sophie Turner's performance. Is the reason why you would watch that movie.
I stayed away from it because everybody talked about Jennifer, and everybody said that she is.
Well, here's the thing: Jennifer Warren's by that point in the X-Men career, she was done, and she wanted out, and they gave her an out, and it was a pretty shitty out. I mean, that's just what it comes down to. Like overall, the whole entire thing. Her performance was fine in the movie. It wasn't horrible.
Yeah, it was just the way they did it.
And it's just you handle Mystique wrong. And here's the thing: with doing things like this, it makes the timeline, which is already a mess in the X-Men universe, like that's a whole continuity error mess in itself. It makes it even worse. And I think that's what pissed a lot of people off as well, is that Dark Phoenix basically just took a shot on like everything.
Which is such a shame because I think Days of Future Past set up such a better going forward for them. Like, yeah, because you get the continuing line with the original X-Men team with Logan, and then it swooped down into Apocalypse, and then like you said, from what I understand, Kinberg, who wrote the majority of these movies, was like, eh.
Well, I mean, he got fired off a lot of it because he was super problematic as like a person, which does not help. Like in whatever, it does not matter. Let's watch Logan. Logan's a good movie. We're watching a good movie.
I feel like you're pushing it off.
Oh hell yeah, I definitely was doing that for 13 minutes. You best believe it. Right. There's like 2 action sequences that play rent free in my head. I'm excited for those. Everything else, I'm just very nervous about. Okay,
I'm so
Can we
excited.
get to the car? I want to get to the car. Can we get to the car?
I want there's a certain scene I want first, and we're gonna get it, and I'm gonna be happy.
I want the car. Also, I don't remember if it's as well directed as my brain remembers. My brain remembers it being super well directed.
It's James Mangold.
I like James Mangold, but I don't love James Mangold. It's such a mixed bag for me.
If I'm going off indie, the man can direct anything. He directs the shit out of Dial Destiny.
I would much prefer. Never mind. Let's watch this.
Okay. 3.
Hold on.
We're also watching it on Amazon, by the way. So if you have it on Amazon, that's where we're watching it.
Yeah, but Disney Plus and Hulu will work just as fine as well, unless if you have ads for Hulu, you'll have to sit through an ad in the very beginning of the movie. So you just need to hit play in like 30 seconds to a minute.
All right, ready? Okay. Are you sure?
Just do it.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
All right. There's the dead logo. Isn't she so cute? She's no longer existing. Oh, nudity,
Dude,
violence, substance use, alcohol use, foul language, and sexual. Who fucks in this movie? I don't remember there being fucking.
dude, I watched Days of Future Past yesterday, like I said, and
Oh, his booty's in that. Yeah.
the opening had the 20th Century Fox logo, and the beginning goes dun, 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 and it holds on the X. I'm like, man, I missed that.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, the old Marvel logo brings back a lot of memories, doesn't it?
More painful than not. I like the new one. It's more adjusted to my new life, not my
I'm
sad
not
life.
ready to see the Marvel Studios logo in front of an X-Men movie. It's gonna be weird. I wonder how Deadpool's going to treat it.
I also kind of wonder. Well, I guess not great based on some set photos.
I really hope. I really hope he talks over. He goes, "Man, look at this logo. Look at all this compensation. Now look where we are now."
I know it's taking me back to watching it for the first time, and that was an experience. Zachary was sitting right beside me while I watched this for the first time. He talked the whole way through, okay, and cried for 90% of this movie.
hmm This movie's
I don't
beautiful,
want him
man.
to.
It's
I mean,
it's
it wasn't
so
like seeing it for the first time because that was
no.
a whole other experience. But like this was, oh,
This movie is just beautiful. This is the send off Jackman deserved. But again, this future matches the future that was left in Days of Future Past, and so this is what happened. So it now makes me wonder, when did Professor X, you know,
well, we'll
snap?
just talk about it later. Yeah, we just see. I
Boyd
just
Holbrook. Oh, yay! I love him. Richard E. Grant. I forgot him. Stephen Merchant's in this movie. Oh,
you know how crazy it is to be like, I'm gonna fight the man with the claws.
the first time seeing him put his blades through somebody with the blood on him, I'll never forget. It was a moment I'll never forget watching it in the theater. It was insane.
Yeah, because technically, I mean, the last one was unrated, so it was just like it was a
Oh
bit
my
different.
god.
This is a way to open a movie.
Hell yeah, it is, man. Oh my fuck yes.
See, this was Zachary watching it for the first time.
Oh, this makes me happy.
Yeah, seeing a drunk man murder a bunch of people, it always brings a smile on my face. Look at it.
I
It's
can't
so big.
listen. Listen, we're gonna get the version of this Logan that you want in Deadpool 3.
This is just a sad version, okay? I mean,
But
sure,
this
he
is
did some murdering,
but this is
but
Hugh. But this is not Hugh. This is Logan though. This is Logan's life. It's always been Logan's life.
I know. I just like the sugarcoat version, okay? Let me
I
live in
mean,
my.
there's the fantastic scene in Days of Future Past when he lets young Charles look into his mind before he gets to meet older Charles, and he sees everything that happened to Logan before up to that moment. He goes, "You poor man, look past my future," because that's all his life's ever been between him, his brother, the war, how he got his powers. He finally meets and cares about people that he loves, and Jean obviously is a big factor for him, and he had to kill her. You know,
You know, my brain never really thought about him when he has to pop out the bullets. It looks like he's taking a shit that just won't come out. Like it's just like it's like pinching, but it's not there. I never once noticed that before until today, so that was a fun little surprise. Oh, 2029. That's not that far from now. That's crazy.
Yeah, right. 2017 feels like an eternity away. Now,
It'd just be so funny if a pole accidentally.
I know, but this also doesn't feel. This also doesn't feel like it's shot like a traditional film. This feels like it's shot like an older Western movie,
I mean, that was very
which I
much the
love.
point, though.
That's what I love. That
You know, I know you're like a superhero here, Logan, but like they do have AA for everybody, and if you need to talk about those problems, I'm sure they have AA for like superheroes.
also, I don't know if anybody saw when they were going through that montage of him in the car when they showed his ID. It said James Howlett, so he's going by his traditional name when he's driving.
Oh no, there she is.
This was her first
Don't worry,
role.
you'll get to know her later. Yeah, I know, crazy.
This is crazy.
Like, I'm happy she got a TV show off of it, but it also kind of sucks because it kind of did limit what she was able to do, and so I don't really feel like Daphne Keene has really got like a true like way of showcasing like her ability. I know she's really good on
She's
a Golden Compass,
fantastic
or what is that
in
called? It's
that
not
show.
Golden Compass.
Not called His Dark
His
Materials.
Dark Materials.
Yeah.
But so I feel bad she got like kind of like almost benched because of it, like in like actual like movies and stuff like that.
Well, hopefully she's in. I mean, they haven't said whether or not she's going to be in 3. I
I
hope
don't
she
think she's
is.
going to be. There's a big rumor going around she wasn't invited back because of where they take him from. It's all about the point in time of where.
Man, I wonder where they're going to take him from. The 90s cartoon.
Actually, no.
You know, I've been
There. You know what?
I,
We'll speculate. We'll speculate. I don't need to. That's
I've
not
been
important.
saying since day one that Charles, that Logan, the Beast from Marvels, they're all from the 90s X-Men cartoon. Scarlet
Wow,
Witch
what a
made a pocket
spoiler!
universe. It's been out for a while now.
Exactly.
It's
That movie
fine.
made $80 million. I don't think that's how this one works.
Then people didn't
And
care.
you haven't even technically seen it.
But everybody knows about him. Kelsey Grammer made sure of that.
Um. Okay. That one
Thank you.
you can win. That battle you can win. We're just
It'd be
not
like
gonna be
talking
able
about
to get.
You'd be like talking about Doc Ock being in No Way Home. Yeah, if no one knows, Alfred Molina made pretty darn clear in Entertainment Weekly. Hey man, I'm in the movie. Or Jamie Foxx. Willem Dafoe was the only one that kept his mouth shut, which I find funny.
Yeah, but in more Dafoe's defense, he was the only one that was actually shot, like caught on camera for the movie,
True.
which is kind of funny. The other two would have been more of a surprise because they had VFX work mostly, and they were in buildings the whole time. Like even the scene that was like on the bridge for No Way Home wasn't actually even shot like on a bridge. So like
Yeah.
it's you know what I mean?
Did you hear the possible Spider-Man nonsense going on currently between Marvel and Sony?
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that here. We're watching a Fox movie. Get it? It's dead.
I got
There
it.
is no Fox movie. We're watching nothing. You know, you say that word a lot. Maybe you should go to a potty mouth, Kent. What the fuck are you looking at? Ooh, you kind of look like you need to go see a doctor. Death is knocking on your door.
My brother's making a
Are
bunch
you
of funny comments to get past how dark and depressing this film is. I understand.
really? It's peachy. For a superhero, you should be able to walk normal.
Should be able to walk normal. That's really funny. I don't know why that tickled me so much. You're a superhero. You should be able to walk normal.
All the jumping,
That's completely true.
He's known for his jumping.
Oh,
No one's
Stephen
prepared
Merchant's
for
so
when you
good in
take
this
off that
movie.
mask.
He's so good in this movie.
Get ready for your dreams to be nightmares. You look like you're having a bad day too.
You are normally the quiet one of the two of us when it comes to these commentaries. Now, enjoy the film.
Not today. Today I'm gonna make every joke. You best believe it. See, I agree. Couldn't said it myself. Poor you.
Here comes one of my favorite scenes of the film.
And this was the moment when Zachary started crying.
It is a fucking crime that he was not nominated for Best Supporting Actor. It is a crime. He gives one of his best performances of his career is in this movie. I also love that this is another story of his powers being induced by drugs, and that it's just a cycle again with him and Logan about him helping him through the drug process again. It's just a story, and I love that story.
Oh. Oh. Okay. They should put him in front of a camera. He could really sell me on the Taco Bell. See? This was the point where he started crying in the theater, and then it didn't stop. I want everybody to know when he's just crying throughout this entire movie commentary, and I'm sitting making jokes. It does say Ray's pick on it. That's all. That's all. Yeah. I probably should stab him, sadly. Oh, look! Foreshadow. Also putting him to sleep. Wow. Kind of crazy. Never noticed that one before. Not till right now. Oh, wait, I've only seen it once. That makes sense. That's a beautiful shot, though. They found the perfect dome. I don't like the way he says "fuck off," and it just makes me uncomfortable.
Hearing Patrick Stewart say the word "fuck" is weird. I have to say.
Not
Thank
Patrick
you.
Stewart. This character.
Appreciate that. Thank you. What's your favorite part of this movie, Mr. MLP?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good part. Damn. I've heard that line before said to my face. Okay.
Same.
I actually can't remember what he did. See, there's surprises in here that are coming that I don't remember. Zachary obviously does. Oh, he's crying again, guys.
It's a lot like Iron Man. I mean, I grew up with Hugh as his character, and I know I'm gonna cry again when I see him in Deadpool. It just, I can't imagine anybody else playing him. You know, like Batman and Superman and even Spider-Man. Like I've gotten used to them constantly changing. But for the last God near over 20 years, it's just been him. No one else has played him. And so to have that realization come now that we're gonna have another person play him, it's just weird. And so watching this movie and watching Days Last Night and then obviously Deadpool 3 in July is like I want to remember and just have these moments with it. Because like I know we're gonna get another Iron Man down the line. Like that's inevitable. You know, we already have another Cap. We're gonna have a we're unless Hemsworth never leaves, Thor's gonna either be changed or we're gonna do something different with Thor, which again is also it's fine. But he's such a unique stance on a character that no one else has touched. And so, you know, I really hope he's there whenever I guarantee he was there during the process of casting a new Wolverine. Probably. I mean, they probably wanted his blessing on it.
Yeah,
And I
he probably
guarantee
was
you,
like, I'll do the movie if I can pick who, takes it
yeah.
over.
And I guarantee you we're gonna meet his replacement in Deadpool, probably.
Yeah. I have
And
some feeling we're just
I,
going
ho-
to be
and I hope they
passing
have
the
a scene
mantle.
together. Yeah. I hope they have the scene together where he gets to talk to him. So excited for that movie.
Spotted dick in your pocket. Oh,
was my favorite mug. Not wrong. This was a story they did in the comics too, where it was killing him.
Oh, my word.
Well, they said there was nudity, didn't they?
They did say there would be titties, and I just wasn't prepared.
But I find it funny that Logan got the titties, but after watching Deadpool, you never see them.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
No need.
there's a great joke about that with Colossus at the end of the movie.
Oh,
She's so good in this movie. There's not a bad performance in this film. You know.
I will be the judge.
Also, we're listening to an Oscar-nominated screenplay in a Marvel movie. Don't get many of those, do you?
Well, it's mostly because they won't nominate those. Not because, I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even Dark Knight was nominated for screenplay.
Oh, that.
Excuse me. Said he looked old. Oh my god.
I mean, it's also kind of crazy that he's been playing this character for 24 years and he is counted as a huge assist in Deadpool 3. Like getting, that character.
He's a huge assist. No, and I agree. The fact that, I know everybody's excited for Deadpool 3. Obviously. That's a, huge getting in the MCU. But the fact that the biggest pull for this film is him just shows how important he is to X-Men in general. And like, here's the thing: I know everybody wants these guys like to show up in Secret Wars and like
Yeah.
Avengers, and I was thinking about it, and I'm like, seeing Maguire and Garfield in No Way Home was such a special moment, and that's like a one-time thing. Like, you're never gonna forget seeing that again in the theater. In July, we're gonna have Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool with him as proper X-Men characters. Plus, we're gonna get everybody back,
Maybe
supposedly.
with
Plus,
supposedly.
yeah. Plus, plus possibly the Fantastic Four. Like, we're getting another big monumental moment in Marvel again with Deadpool, and I'm like, do we want them to come back for Secret Wars? Like, would that be enough? Like, would it be would it put the story forward, or I feel like they would just be there as like a special cameo. Because I think what No Way Home did so well, and I hope Deadpool does the same, which I know it will, because Sean Levy is there, is that McGuire and Garfield are necessary to the plot of the film, not just being there for the sake of being there. And I know Hugh's going to be the same with three.
Well, I don't know. My thing here is, and this is my opinion. There's a comic book out there called Jessica Jones. It's a old run from like 2016, 2017, and I think it summarized my opinion on cameo characters in like a Marvel. Bless you. In like a Marvel movie. Oh God,
Mm-hmm.
she's gonna be dead. Wow, they really captured the deadness.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been saying this for a while now. I think the part that's missing from Disney Plus shows is that we're running around in this big world. Now this is a bit different from Secret Worlds, but it goes back to that. We're running around in this big world, and I think they're missing these small background characters, things that you could maybe even digitally put it in the background where you don't even have to hire the actor, which sucks. Like I'm not saying do that, but you know my point here. Of like
Yeah.
Captain Marvel flying through the sky or something or those lines, something small where it's like, oh my god, that's cute, that's a good Easter egg, and makes the world feel bigger. Because like I don't know, like Moon Knight for instance, didn't even feel like it was part of the MCU, and there was no part of that that felt like the MCU. But small
Mm-hmm.
things like that running around could make it feel like that. And the same thing goes for Secret Wars, where it's a background thing. I think it would be like a fun way that it like did for Spider-Man, Beyond the Spider-Verse, where it's almost or not Beyond the Spider-Verse, but Across the Spider-Verse, where it's almost like, oh, which one can I see? Can I pick them out? Can I, let's play
Yeah.
like a guessing game? I think if they do
Mm-hmm.
something like that, I think it'll go over better than having full-fledged characters. Because the only reason I would say bring back the characters you've already brought back before
Mm-hmm.
is to expand upon their story. If you don't have anything to expand upon, let them be background characters, a fun Easter egg, kind of get to see
Yeah.
type of thing, maybe a joke.
And I don't want that for Secret Wars. Secret Wars is really important for them, and I want that,
Yeah,
to
but
be
they're
the
also
focal
wanting
point.
Secret Wars to be $1 billion. I mean, it also that money does play a factor here, and them showing up could be because of money. And here's the thing: everybody will go see it. Then we'll
No,
decide if we'll see it again.
I think Deadpool 3 will ultimately decides where the fan base currently is with Marvel, and so July I think is
I
a big moment for them because right now everybody's kind of indifferent with them because of Echo, and so they need a win. And I know most people don't consider this, but if X-Men 97 does not do well for them at all when it comes out in April, then they're already going in down on their X-Men characters already, and they're also hindering a cartoon that everybody absolutely adores involving the X-Men.
don't think it's going to do that well.
It all depends on the. What scares me right now, I was talking about this with my friend Mark at work, is that it comes out in April. We still haven't seen anything for it except pictures. We haven't seen a trailer or nothing, and that makes me nervous that it's not even come out this year. I hope it does because I think it'll tie into Deadpool 3 really well. The small visual effects in this movie are what really impress.
Oh,
She's the perfect casting for Laura. Anytime he's on screen, I want to cry. Anytime. He's like, I've never held one of you, and I'm scared of this card. What a dilemma I'm in. Eating pipe throw it.
Oh.
I remember when the trailer came out for this, and hearing "Hurt" behind it just adds more to this movie.
But it's also kind of. I mean, I don't really remember why. Okay, so that's no spoilers, because it truly will be like a. That's crazy. That's a child, Logan. I've expected more out of you. I'll say my thought after the action. I'm not going to be able to speak. You just know how this is going to work.
Yeah.
This is one of those sequences that my brain remembered. It was happy during this moment. It was a check mark.
It was a check mark. Watching this and watching Days of Future Past yesterday, I forgot how good some of these X-Men movies are.
Definitely not that last one you just talked about. Days of Future Past. That was
Listen,
not good.
I
But
feel bad
everything
for you and Mom because you guys had the worst experience when it came to that
no,
film.
see, I wasn't. I didn't like it before the experience happened. I didn't like it after the experience. I just didn't like it.
I think that'll probably be my pick for July.
And I will sadly be able to veto at least one pick a year, as we all know. And well,
Wait a minute, you're really gonna veto that one? You haven't heard my April stuff yet.
I can't veto those. We talked about that.
No matter how much you want to.
Those ones can't be vetoed.
By the way, did you hear what might come out in February?
No,
Winnie the Pooh,
Godzilla.
Blood and Honey. No, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2 will be in February.
Now we will watch it in April.
The same day as the first one.
Actually, I'm half tempted. I'm here for the lulz, obviously, but I'm almost half tempted to see it in theaters to see if it's any better with a crowd.
No. He's so boy Holbrook fan. I'm so glad he is in more things, but I really think his stardom got shot in the fucking head when he did the movie Predator.
That was a choice. I did see that choice of a movie too. I saw that in
That
theaters.
movie fucking sucks.
There's very little redeeming qualities about that
There's
movie.
nothing redeeming about it. It's such a bad movie. I'm so excited but nervous about Aliens this year.
It's Freddie Alvarez. I'm not nervous. I mean, I didn't like the spider tattoo one that he did. I thought that was pretty bad, but I didn't think he was the problem. He didn't write it. He just directed it, and I thought the directing was really good. The story was the problem there.
He did the movie with about the blonde guy.
Yep. Don't Speak. He didn't do the sequel. He did produce that, but he didn't do it.
Don't Breathe.
Don't Breathe. You're right. It's Don't Breathe. Don't Speak is another interesting choice of horror movies. But he did Don't Breathe. Oh.
Don't Breathe too?
Yeah.
What a film.
Yeah. Zachary watched part of that movie.
No, I watched it all.
Did you watch the whole thing when I forced out to watch it?
Because it ends so weirdly when they're at the pool.
That's a big head. I'm sorry, but that man, oh my gosh, I feel bad. That was a huge head. Done so well, though. Props to the department. Good for you.
Mm-hmm.
A little too. So cute. Do you see now, Logan, why you should have probably grabbed the girl? Do you get it? Sure, professor should probably have used more words, but like that's not his fault.
I love how Frankie is with his people. Like, stop shooting. She heals. You're wasting bullets.
Gosh, you remember when the trailer came out and people were so mad that they had her doing the action sequences?
Mm-hmm. And now everybody talks about it. No, it's perfect. It's how exactly how it should have been. Like, you guys just try to cause shit for no reason. Of course, it's how it's supposed to go.
He's jumping. We didn't really get to see Wolverine jump too much as a character, which is sad.
But also, that's X-23. That's her action movement style. She jumps a lot because she's small.
Yeah, but Wolverine is also a jumper. He's like a huge jumper, and that's such a big deal. And like Hugh Jackman wasn't small.
He jumps. Well, also, she's technically the right size.
Oh my god! I forgot. Hold on.
You forgot about that part.
That's crazy. I forgot about her foot. I would take her with you. Also, go get him.
So cool.
He's like, I know. Just give me a minute. I'm gonna go get her.
And right now, if the MCU wants a younger Logan-esque character on the Young Avengers team, da 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 da.
I'm sorry. I'm so stuck on the whole crawling across the top and how well that was done. I'll catch up in a minute.
Again, Jacob, who directed this? Yeah.
Do you know how hard of a life you had to have just to be like, yep, this is my Tuesday? It's like a 7-year-old. This is my Tuesday. See, also, not to be mean to movies nowadays, they don't make action. This is not that long ago. And they still don't make action sequences like elongated like this. Most action sequences nowadays in movies are like 5 minutes, 10 minutes long, maybe. Like we're not talking about like John Wick and things. We're talking about like a normal like just type of movie or whatever.
Yeah.
And
I mean, look at earlier MCU stuff, Winter Soldier.
yeah.
The stuff on the highway, we never get that kind of stuff anymore. And everybody says, well, now we're getting these beautiful one-take shots. Like, yeah, that's awesome, but I would also not mind 16 to 17 minute long action sequences that further your plot, but are also fun to watch. And now these action sequences we're getting are 6 or 7 minutes here, done and gone. I agree with you 110%. I was watching Deadpool, like I said, about a week and a half ago. The beginning of the movie is like almost 20 minutes, and it furthers the plot. You're having a good time. It's fun. You never get that anymore. I'll use another recent movie I just watched, Indiana Jones, Dial of Destiny. There's a whole scene with a tut-tut in India, and it lasts almost 20 minutes, and it's fantastic. The
I mean, I
train
guess
scene I haven't
that
seen.
is the case here. Mission Impossible, the entire last like the 40 minutes is almost a complete action sequence, which is why it is disappointing and not a bad movie. I stand by where I put it. I know some people were not happy with my choices, but I stand by where I put it in my top 10 movies. It didn't make it. Get over it.
There's a hint about my next movie commentary. Hint.
Did you say May commentary?
No, not May. My next
Yeah.
movie commentary choice.
Technically, I mean, for being honest here, both our next movie commentary choices have been said.
Yeah. And once again, I'm picking the longer one.
Yes, that is true. You are definitely picking the longer one. I'm picking the short and sweet.
Have we watched Dune?
Yes,
on the channel? Okay.
we sure did. Don't remember when though.
Wasn't it
Do a
when it
little
came
bit
out in
of
October?
do a little research.
Okay. I'm definitely rewatching that within the month to get ready for part two. Those are going to have elongated action sequences for sure. Is Dune?
Well, unless it's not like Dune Part. If it's Dune Part 1, no, it will
Well,
not.
this is Dune part
This
two
one's
is
supposed to be.
yeah. Have you not seen the trailers?
Did you not see the trailers for Dune Part 1? I mean, they promoted Zendaya and she was in the movie 5 minutes. So, lies. I tell you, lies. It got sued. That's how much lies were in there.
Echo promoted Daredevil, and
That is true.
episode.
Yeah, but I guess the thing here with like Zendaya and like Dune, it was like multiple different locations, multiple different like moments and stuff. Eka only promoted
Which
the
is
action
accurate.
sequence.
She's in multiple
So like,
locations. She's in multiple locations, and she's in the last 20 minutes of the movie.
that's horrible. That is so mean.
I love that. I love that Charles is the one there, and yet Logan's the reading one with the reading glasses. I find that a little funny. This dealt with some heavy shit, man.
We watched it in November of 2021.
Oh, I thought it was in October. Jesus Christ.
Special seeds in bottles is a wild line
of words.
I'm not here to say that white people are the problem, but also like
white people are the problem.
I didn't say it. No, you are not stupid. See, this is what New Mutants wanted to be.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my. Oh, damn! Wow, I was enjoying that video. I mean, I was curious about that video.
Oh,
are you gonna cry again? More tears already. I mean, yeah, that was horrible. I feel bad for all the children.
no, it was the way he looked at her.
You're the special seed in the bottle.
So there is.
I mean, I guess you could probably sue.
So there is a commentary on this movie. I know who her mother is.
Oh.
It's Jean.
Are you sure?
Yeah. No, they used her genetic code with Logan's. I believe I'm correct. It's Jean. I believe.
Let's find out.
I know they talked about it in the commentary. Sarah was asking who her mother was. I mean, it's either Storm or it's Jean. Because in the director's cut of Days of Future Past, I don't know if you knew this or not, but in the road cut, Storm and Logan have a kiss before she leaves the building. They're together in Days of Future Past. The opening of Days of Future Past is supposed to be Rogue, Iceman, and Storm getting Magneto from Cerebro and bringing him to the ship. That's the original opening of Days of Future Past. That's why it's called the Rogue Cut.
It's Sarah Kinney. But I'm trying to figure out if that's just the comics version or if it's the movie version. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Oh my god, that was such a funny line. I missed it. That sucks.
Not okay. I love when he says, "Do you cell phone chargers?" Yeah, they're right there, man. All right, cool. I'm gonna take it from you, and then we're gonna leave. All right, thanks, man. Oh, Jacob, we're back to the video. It's not that important.
But I mean, oh, you're talking to me about this. I think I got it. So hold on, I'm almost there.
Mm-hmm. Well, we know what that is. Do you remember? Oh, that's
Yes,
awesome.
yes, I do remember. No,
Oh
I know what you're
man,
talking
I was
about.
gonna be like, he doesn't remember. He's gonna be like, what the fuck is that?
No, I do remember.
Also, trailers for this movie barely gave anything away.
I will have to say it's not mentioned. According to directions, there was a cutscene where Laura finds a photo of Jean Grey and Logan's Jack and asks whether Jean is her mother, prompting Logan to crumple the photo and toss it away, which means
That's
it
what
was
I'm probably thinking of then.
yes. In the comics, the name is Sarah Kinney, is who she was born from, but in the movie, they didn't do anything with it.
Okay, so I was right about the Jean thing. It was just I was wrong in how they. Okay,
Yeah.
I knew she was. I knew Jean was somewhere in the movie because that's something I really hope the MCU does better. Is they make Scott's and Jean's relationship more poignant, and because I don't like Logan and Jean together. I think Scott and Jean are better. I actually like Logan and Storm. It's a thing they actually do in the comics. I just also hope Scott's a better character in the MCU because I think Fox got it wrong twice, both with uh Marsden and with Sheridan.
That is crazy. I googled the kiss
Yeah, right.
for. That's
Have you
crazy. I've never
did
seen
we
Days of Future Past, the
the road
extended cut.
cut? It's called the road cut.
Yeah. Let's see, with the road cut, that's the cut that I originally wanted because I was promised. See, Anne Paquin, I could have sued. Anne Paquin was also promoted for the original version of that movie. And part of the reason why we even got a road cut was because of how in Up Arms were like, we were told.
She's adorable. Is this one of your other favorite action sequences coming up?
I actually don't remember this one. I'm actually thinking of
Oh,
the ending one.
oh.
Yeah. Yeah. This I don't know. This is new. Well, not new. I have seen it. I just don't remember it.
I love this movie, man. Out of curiosity, as a PlayStation fan over there, does this give you at all a certain game that you love vibes from
What game?
PlayStation involving a surrogate father and surrogate daughter, going
I mean,
across the
yeah, of
wilderness?
course. Always. Always. I mean, but here's the thing. It's like it's just a trend in media. Normally a single father, normally not actually the father of the child. This is a bit of a rare wiggity going on right now. And being some type of surrogate. I mean, I'm playing The Walking Telltale's The Walking Dead, and that's the whole point of the first season. Is the
Oh, how's
bond.
that going?
Yeah, it's going. It's good. It really does. I mean, it's kind of interesting playing it from the beginning all over again because you can really see the controls and how they like did it better.
How it evolved?
Yeah, like how it like just evolved. Yeah, that's really nice.
I'm really
It's like
excited
the
for that new
action is
Walking,
which one?
the spin-off show coming out.
Oh, that's crazy that you're excited for a Walking Dead spin-off. You know what has been super good?
Huh?
Daryl Dixon
Really?
taking it to French. Who wouldn't know? That's what you're gonna do.
Been that good, huh?
I mean,
I
I'm
mean, I
obviously
did
super duper
watch.
excited.
I did
for
watch the
the
final
one.
episode with you guys when I was there when it came out.
Yeah, it doesn't count. You watch 6 seasons of the TV show, and you're like, I'm ready. That's crazy. I'm never that. If I don't watch every single thing involved, I am not there. I will not watch it. I will move on. Oh yeah, all these. Yeah.
Have you
Yeah.
seen the stuff from this has been a nice commentary. We've been watching a good movie, just talking. Have you seen this? Have you seen clips from Monarch?
Yeah, I've seen a few.
Dude, man, the visuals on that show are impressive.
Hold on. Speaking of Godzilla, off subject. Godzilla -1. I saw the black and white clip of him shooting off the nuke thing from him. Um, why is it that that movie did nukes better? Did Oppenheimer?
And that's
And
just a
that was in
clip.
black and white. That was black and white. It wasn't even colored. And I
No,
thought,
here's the best part. You saw that clip and you're like, wow, that's really impressive. That's not the big one from the movie. There's a better one in the movie, Jake, and it's incredible. Thank you, Charles.
so
Did you?
Charles with the hat it's a
It's a
time.
nice
I
touch.
will I will say that
Oh
much.
man.
Exactly. One would say foreshadow. Oh, even using a brand of sticks, that's an interesting choice of words.
Oh, it's it's such a good script. Oh man. It just also reminds me how good we were eating as Marvel superhero fans around this time. I mean, literally the year after this, we got Infinity War, Black Panther. That year we got fucking Homecoming. This we got oh, what else was in 2017? We got Homecoming, Thor Ragnarok was in 2017. I mean,
Yeah.
we were eating good, man. It just,
Okay. Well, an hour it will be. Then we'll be in a truck. Like every good Western. You have to be in a truck at least once. Preferably a horse. Then a truck. Maybe both. Maybe a truck horse.
how crazy would it be if the Wolverine we're getting in Deadpool 3 is from this comic book? Like, how crazy
That
would that
would
be?
be.
How insane would that be? Hey, so what I said.
There's a lot of men. No. I really looked at me being like, do you remember now? No, I don't. I know it's Charles. Dang. Oh. It is absolutely insane to me that some people, it's just like, oh, are they paused?
And there's no, I mean, minus the shaking of the camera, that's not a visual effect. That's practical. They got people to stand like that. And so it makes it feel more real when he pushes into things and stuff. It's crazy. Oh,
It's acting.
good acting. It's gotta hurt, man.
That man's like, shit, I can't move. She got hers too.
It's just the hands.
Man, you got a problem.
I love this movie.
Was it the apologizing?
Oh, I am not ready for. Oh, I'm not ready.
Zachary, let me ask: Are you not ready for?
No.
The noise that is about to.
Oh,
Oh.
it's just her staring at him with the sunglasses. Like, what's she gonna do? Also, I mean, like modern superhero films, you can clearly tell when there's a bunch of CGI sets and everything. They clearly shot practically, and where they're at.
See, that stuff doesn't make a difference to me.
Tell that to Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
I actually think the world building in that movie is the best part.
No, the world building's fine, but it doesn't look real. So therefore, it's hard to get involved.
In theater, it looked really real.
Visually, I felt like that movie was like one of the better. I mean, outside of there was an element of that movie that did not translate well from the comic.
There's a big thing that did not work.
Sometimes a noggin should not be knocking. But
See, Charles, your baldness makes sense. This other thing, no. Keep the black shield off. Did you know Hot Toys made a figure of that guy?
as they should.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Oh yeah, I love Logan in the scene. He's just driving. Like, yep. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Yeah, keep going. There you go.
See, I told you horses was going to be involved. I called it.
They really got rammed.
Wasn't that good?
Someone has come along. I love that line.
Oh, I thought you were crying again. I was just like, oh my gosh, Larry. Oh, now you're gonna touch your mail. I see. Zachary, watch the movie. He's like, I know what's happening. I'm not watching.
No, it's not yet. We're getting there, but it's not yet.
It's coming. I would say we're like 20 minutes out from it, maybe.
25, actually. Don't ask why I know the exact time. Him calling him his dad is just the best.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Okay, sorry.
The action sequence has been over, and my brain never went back. I like how they kept them together.
Mm-hmm.
It was an important bond.
It's what makes everybody else in these movies are really good. They all are. There's not in any X-Men movie I've seen, whether good or bad, chemistry is there in some way, shape, or form. But I think what Singer did in putting Patrick Stewart and Hugh Jackman together, I think changed the way the X-Men movies work, and which is why these movies went so forward heavy on Logan and not Scott. I don't think if Hugh Jackman had landed the role perfectly in the first movie, I don't think we would have had Logan leading these movies so often that he did, which is why I think Scott's always been, sideline as this baby in all three of the X-Men movies. And I don't think Sheridan got enough to do in either Apocalypse and I'm assuming Dark Phoenix too.
Yeah, he is in Dark Phoenix. He has a small role though. They all do.
And that's my point. It's just, especially when it comes to Dark Phoenix, Scott should be an important character to that story. And they kill him in Last Stand, which is such a dumb thing.
I mean,
Is
in
matched by Tom.
technical sense here, everybody has a small role. Even Sophie Turner has a small role in Dark Phoenix, which is crazy because it's technically her movie.
Yeah, but it just everybody complains. Everybody loves Hugh Jackman as his character.
They're trying to kill me.
I'm sorry.
They're dead. They've murdered me.
But everybody loves Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, but they also complain about how these movies have treated Cyclops as a character, and I'm like, well, it's true. I mean, when you look at any other iteration of X-Men, whether it be cartoons, comic books, all in that line, Scott is a very important character, and I don't think Marsden understood the role, and I don't think they knew how to write him correctly, and him not come off the way he does. But
so interesting we're having this conversation right now. As the movie progresses in this very moment. So interesting that it's almost as if Zachary's like, I could talk about something different. We don't need to talk about what's going on in the movie.
No, this is a good scene. This is one of the very few scenes that you complain about not being in this film. It's a nice, joyous scene with everybody gathered together and talking about. And, you actually see a smile come across Logan's face. Oh no, here they come again.
He just needed 2 seconds.
Oh.
Here they're going to come even more.
This also just hits me because I've seen them grow up, grow with these characters together, and so it just hits even harder.
Sometimes maybe it's better to just leave, right?
I love how it just sits on her face and her eyes get a little bit bigger. Look, its face like. I guarantee you he's not, but it looks like the Hugh Jackman. Patrick Stewart is as light as a feather. He just whoosh. So effortless.
You think in the back of his head, Hugh Jackman's like, are you sure we need the shot going up the stairs? We couldn't just do the shot on top of the stairs?
And Mangold's like, no, it needs to feel authentic. Here's you carrying Stewart up the stairs. And Stewart's probably just smiling at him, like, we're having a great time here, aren't we? As they're walking up, and Hugh's like, shush.
But then again, Like, if you think about it, that's the last, you know.
You know?
There was one thing that Grace from Beyond the Trailer that you love brought up in her spoiler review. Uh, I don't want to talk about it yet. We're not there yet.
Are we getting close?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. The moral of the story is, if I don't cry here soon, I'm probably not gonna cry.
Yeah.
Zachary, on the hand,
This part,
get ready for a.
I'm gonna be a bawling thing. Um, if this doesn't get you, I think the ending will probably get you. I love this scene. It's just what you listening to? It's not accurate. The other reason this movie is so good is that it takes its time. It doesn't feel rushed. It's very well paced, and it doesn't feel like we're rushing to anything. We're just living in the moments, and I love that.
Mhm.
You can clearly tell how much Jackman, Mangold, and Stewart sat down and decided what this story was going to be. Because the extended cut of the Wolverine, the one that him and Mangold did previously before this one, is really good. And the only reason that movie suffers is because of them having to do the Silver Samurai stuff at the end, and that really does hurt the overall film by the end of the movie. But the stuff leading up to it is so good, and it just showed where they could go with them together with the character. And I'm so glad they were able to get this. It makes me so happy. This was the first clip we got from the movie before it came out.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You know what's even crazier? The same month we got this, Power Rangers came out.
And one can objectively say one was a better movie.
I think they're equally good, both. Power Rangers is great till they become Power Rangers, which is such a weird statement, but it's true. The okay, fine. It's before they get the Megazord. I think everything before that is great. It's got one of my favorite openings to any Power Rangers thing, with Zordon being on Eltar with the Rangers, and you see Rita in the full Ranger outfit. But, you know, Lionsgate was like, we're going to make 7. And they only made 1.
I do think maybe just announcing one more would have been more success.
Fine. But 7, I think, was a push too far.
But what do I know? What sells, you know? Oh, Zachary.
Oh, Zachary. This was truly shocking.
He doesn't deserve it. Son of a bitch. It wasn't your fault.
That's how you know.
Will say though, it was the me line. Now I almost got it. It's only a pinch away. so much going on. Oh.
Such a good line.
Do you agree?
Do you remember when the trailer was coming out? Everybody was wondering what the extra claws were. We were all just.
I mean, it only makes sense.
So the spoiler I was talking about from Grace was that this family did not deserve that.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Well, to be fair, that is probably, even though the ending is a lot, that is probably the hardest sequence in the entire movie.
It's so rough.
And we got through it. It's all good.
It's but here's the thing, it's so well done. Oh. My jaw was on the floor when that happened
Everyone's
because
jaw.
I was not expecting them to do a clone. But as an X-Men fan, as a Hugh Jackman fan, to see him as a prime Hugh Jackman Wolverine, no matter how hard it hurts, it's still so neat to see him in like that's X2 Wolverine. I thought that was really neat that they gave him the chance to actually be the young rage version of him too.
Yeah, it's really interesting too because like Professor X has died before. This wasn't like the first movie where he died. Now, sure, the first movie where he does die, it's not very justified. The scene actually isn't as bad as some people make it out to be,
No, it's a
but it wasn't
him and
just.
Famke Jensen back off and off on each other is great.
But it's just not justified. Whereas this one feels more earned, I guess, in a way. It's the same thing with with Mom. That's how I'll rephrase that in case. I mean, I think everybody's seen Mom by this point. But his death in that movie, once again, also is kind of like a throwaway. But it was also
Hmm.
still shocking. You're like, this is what
Yeah,
you bring him in to do this, and then boom. But there's just something about doing it perfectly, how it affects.
and that's why this movie to me is effortlessly perfect. It just everything that happens in this film, whether it be joyous, sad, or how they melded Laura and him together, it doesn't feel forced. This wasn't like a way to send them off in a way that doesn't feel right. This all feels earned, and it's what makes everything more impactful when it happens. The line that'll always get me, the one that'll really break me always is it was the "It's not me." That's the line that gets me every time because it's so. Oh, one of the first shots of Logan we ever see in the trailer is that one right there. Whew, that was a lot. Oh man.
suspect that she drove there.
You can- That's why.
North Dakota.
They are such a father and daughter. It's not even funny. If it gets you to shut up, I will do. After and I find that scene awesome because after everything that was just so heavy, it's such a funny scene. You can talk, really,
Yes, sorry.
after all
Yeah.
this time. Oh Jesus, I forgot about seeing Caliban.
I was like, I don't think hands move that way. Then I realized, and I remembered it
It's
was
a robotic hand. That's a really good CGI effect. For how minimal CGI is in this movie, where they put it to good use.
It's okay to take a nap.
So is Daphne Keene actually Spanish, or is she
Yeah.
just really good at the dialect? Okay, because in his Dark Materials, she she, she does English very
Uh,
well.
Daphne King is a Spanish.
British actress
Oh,
is
that
what it
explains
is.
it.
She got her start on the Refugees,
and then got this. She is 4'11". Fun fact.
She's 4'11".
She is 4'11". She is now 19 years old. And her newest project will be the Acolyte, coming out later on this year.
Are we sure it's this
For
year?
Star Wars. It says 2024, so you know.
A lot of things say 2024.
A lot of things used to say 2024.
Accurate. How old was she when she did this?
11.
11?
Well, I think. You're making me second guess
I
myself.
love,
And, you know,
I love that she pushed one leg down so she can get it in, and then she uses his other leg to get a little bit higher.
Yeah, 11. She was the same age as the character.
She can hold her own against Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart, man. You're whistling over there.
Me?
Whatever you
Sorry, my nose is probably. Yeah.
You're fine.
Happens to the best of us, you know.
It does. So I was like, there's no whistling going on in the movie. What am I?
He's probably thinking, how the fuck do you get up there?
Fair. Hey, Jacob, look, he pulled a Godzilla.
Oh, he took a nap. That's
took a
so
nap.
fun.
Godzilla -1 never takes a nap.
No. He's just a tyrant. He's a villain.
He is. A ruthless one at that.
Godzilla American version? He comes in, he helps out, then he just goes to sleep.
He goes to sleep. I love how they talked about New Empire. Wingard was like, since Godzilla vs. Kong, he's taken a very, very, very nice nap.
And I simply ask, when does he not take a nap?
When he's not fighting giant creatures.
Well,
Jacob would not accept their help because he doesn't do needles.
If need be. If I had claws coming out of my hands, I don't think needles is my worst.
You know, that's fair. Every day you look down and you go, ah! And then you in your hand, you're like, it's fine.
welcome to Eden, run by kids.
Eden, for kids by kids. Get here while you can.
You know, Sabretooth is your enemy, not you. You don't need to act like one.
He's also his brother.
Oh wow, the layers. Oh my god, it's her uncle. That's cute. What a bonding moment. You can growl too.
You can growl too. That bullet is a reference, and also probably from X-Men Origins Wolverine.
What a choiceable movie.
It is a choiceable film. I agree. That'd be a fun commentary, wouldn't it?
It would not. I would say
Yeah, Jake.
April. That's where April. That's where it goes.
Yeah, Jake. I mean, could you imagine watching, Wade in his prime?
Yes, his prime. I mean, he has a cool sequence where he's cutting up bullets, and that's where I fell in love with Wade Wilson for the first time, and I swiftly unfell in love with him when he turned into like a cyclops, whatever, in the end, where his head got cut off, and it just swirled and swirled and swirled.
What a weird movie, man. Taylor Kitsch is fucking Gambit. You got Blob in there. You got the guy
You're
from
right.
Black Eyed Peas.
Sorry. Are you okay? You have
Yeah.
to hear a pause. One would assume she took the bullet so he couldn't kill himself so she could have a father. Oh, is she in for a rude awakening?
So dark.
What's up? You didn't agree? Not the two people cutting his beard. That was a close up on your nose. Honestly? Oh my god! Too many scissors.
You not
You can't
remember
roll
what they
these
do to his
scissors.
face? They give him the mutton chops.
Oh, I was like, those are some big eyes.
Wowie.
It's accurate, Jacob. Those are big eyes. Those aren't her eyes, obviously.
Who would have guessed such little holes can. This is where your worst nightmare is.
Don't worry. I also remember seeing it for the first time and experiencing the sequence that we just experienced and thinking to myself, okay, well, we can't go down from here.
Hey, Jake.
Boy, were we wrong.
Yeah. And by the way, he's saying that in a positive way, not a negative way.
There's been a lot of foreshadow Let's just put it that way.
The fact that they didn't get nominated for makeup
is crazy.
Insane.
Just for him alone.
There's a lot. There's a lot for this movie that should have got nominated that didn't. But you know.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart. Yeah, definitely.
It's a comic book movie. It doesn't deserve to get nominated. And yet, 1 year later, Black Panther destroyed the Oscar nominations. For reasons I understand. It's a fantastic movie, and it did a lot for generations, so I understand why. But, you know, the smaller comic book movies deserve that too.
Well, actually, Caliban's being operated on for
tissue, but like, you know.
I don't mean to ruin your monologue.
Welcome to Parenthood.
Don't stand too close to that cliff. You might miss a foot. And
I think she'll be fine.
Let's not test that theory.
He has claws. She's got to do a flippy flip, and then boom, she's back. What's up?
My headphones
did it
beeped
die?
at me. No. But Aha. Cable.
Yes, that is what. Oh, we heard that, didn't we? Yes, we did. No. You have no sound, like no microphone whatsoever. Speak again. Yeah, you're completely muted. Your microphone is on, whatever but it's just not picking it up. I think it's because you plugged it in like headphones. You want to pause the movie? No, can't hear you at all. Okay. Well, this has been a great commentary, you know. Don't we just love it when they attack children for no reason, as they are doing? Just waiting on Zachary's pulling out a different pair of headphones. Yes, that makes sense. The logic is logicking. Mm-hmm. Probably should have went here first. One would assume. That's okay though. Oh, he just rolled his eyes at me, so he can definitely hear me when I cannot hear him. That's an interesting concept. 6 plus 6 is now 12, but not 2. I'm watching. Speak now and forever hold your peace. Speak now. Oh, okay. Speak now.
Now?
Oh, yeah, there you are. Yeah.
Hang on, I gotta do something here real quick.
Sure.
There we go. There we go. That's better.
Oh. All right, cool. I'm assuming the other headphones just turn into headphones, when they plug them in like that.
Yeah, they don't have the audio part, which is really stupid.
So I paused the movie.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, you gave me the thumbs up, the pause, so I paused.
I didn't mean to pause. Oh no, where are you at? How far?
I'm at 1 hour and 56 minutes and 30 seconds.
Hour what now?
Hour 56 and 30 seconds.
And 30?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hang on. I'm going back.
I figured you wanted to react to the action sequence with me, so I paused.
Okay, I'm in an hour 56:26.
It's good enough for me.
Okay. No, you're a little ahead of me. I don't like that.
Well, hit play and then tell me when you hit 30.
Oh, okay. And go. All right. Sorry about that. I need to charge these.
Obviously.
So I love those headphones. They're great.
We talked about this. This could kill you if you take it all at once.
Yeah, it's accurate.
No, he did not seem to care. Maybe it was the fact that they're trying to conjure up children, which is just wild if you think about it. That's wild. That is a child. Oh my god, you're gonna break his arm. That's crazy. Oh, that is quite crazy. Does it only come out of your mouth? Because that's kind of like that's a sucky one. There's a big conversation going on right now.
A lot.
See, it really does show you what the powers could do if they were, I don't know,
R-rated?
Yeah. Oh, he's running. Wow. That fully healed him. That's crazy. Aren't you so excited? We get this again.
I know.
What a time.
Except this time he'll be in yellow and blue spandex.
It is a bit different.
I'm so excited. And he'll have the mask.
It's either going to work really well or work not at all.
Judging off that picture, I think we're fine.
Yeah, but that's an image. Sometimes. Oh my. That's crazy. Where did he even hit? That's wild. Oh, you shot him. That's crazier.
Yeah, no, the violence towards children in this movie is kind of insane.
2 movies came out this year that was very violent towards children. This and It. You saw them both this year.
Did I?
Yeah.
What?
You saw It this year as well. That year that it came out.
We don't talk about it.
Oh my god. This is what I remembered. It's a jumping for me, really. See, only if he wasn't dying.
That could be really a killing machine, you know?
Her face.
Like rounding him up, like there's a lot going on here. Like this is it's something.
Trying to remember from Origins. Rice. I know Striker. I love that. He's been all around this movie like a big villain, like, and all of a sudden, boom, done.
Yeah. The fact that we thought we got one of those fights too.
I know.
I mean,
Also, without knowing it, this is technically the first time we're seeing a variant of Wolverine.
I guess that's true too.
His yell is terrifying.
That's a crazy way to go.
It only gets worse.
It's a crazy way to go.
Yeah.
Was it worth it? I don't really know. Okay, but why does this have better Kid Mutant powers? Oof, I said it.
Then what?
Then just about everything else. Yeah.
And they're used very well. Boy Holbrook went out like just.
Yeah, if they could replicate that again, that'd be great. I don't really think.
Oh no.
Are you not prepared?
No. And you know what the worst part about this is, but also the funny part about this? Fucking Deadpool.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. That is true.
I'm not ready for the line. I'm not ready for the line. I'm not ready for the line. You know what this reminds me of?
Yeah.
What?
What?
Tony Stark.
Oh.
Everything down from how he fell, the barrel. Oh man.
See? Thor Shadow. What a mind. She saw that movie once, or that TV show once, and here she is reciting it after very traumatic experiences after one another.
That's wild. I mean, I know
With the
you
Wolverine
guys
figure?
missed her. No, we just well, this is where he's buried. All right, it's like bye. You're not gonna see him again. All right. Also, do you think they individually placed all those rocks, or do you think they got someone to magically just pick them up and place them?
Probably the other half of that question.
Do you think they molded the sticks, or do you think it was just more like an easy? Oh, yeah. Mm. They really should have stopped the movies after this one. This should have been the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Make Deadpool 3, call it a day, and, go home. Sell it to Marvel, say we did our best.
I'm not gonna lie, I hope in Deadpool 3 when he goes to look for Logan, he goes to this scene and goes, should I turn it back just to see what happens?
That's Logan.
And once again, they're recommending Saltburn.
Oh,
I got a different movie this time. It was not Saltburn. Both traumatic in their own rights, though, in their defense.
That being said, though, Zachary, I do feel like we talked throughout the majority of this, so our review portion is kind of sweet, I would say.
I don't really have much to say. Like I said,
Really, my thoughts were
said in the 2 hours and 28 minutes of being here. Thank you for that. Your privilege of allowing me to be with you this evening. I'm going to give it a 4. Yeah, out of 5. I think it's a solid movie. It's not perfect on any right. I can't tell if some of the driving scenes were green screen really, really horribly, or just really done with a really well camera that maybe should have added a few extra lenses off of it, because those were rough to get through, in my opinion. That is definitely the weakest part of the movie. They spent a lot of time in a car. But then again, we get horrifying sequences. And also, I do have to agree on retrospect thinking the murdering of the family maybe was a step too far. Like, not everybody needed to die. I understand the brutality of it. I understand the point of it. And I think some movies do need to take a reference of this. But also, just like Michael Myers, sometimes stabbing is just not the answer. So, I don't know. It's interesting. It's also kind of cool to see Hugh Jackman. You can definitely tell which one's the good Hugh Jackman, which one's the bad Hugh Jackman, like right away. But, acting. Patrick Stewart was top notch. Daphne Keane has very little to do here, but does a great job with what she is given. I think there's moments where she shines, but also I think, I don't know, I've seen other kid actors do just as good of a nice job. I think her performance at the end, outside of saying the few lines that are very potent, but that's mostly, it's a heavy-hander with the script as well. I don't know, I think there could have been more here in that regard, outside of like the stunts and stuff like that, in my opinion. And I think that's just because I've seen this idea of this role done so many times by this point. When Logan came out, it was just starting to become a fad. Now it's a full-blown like genre. So
that makes sense.
I think that plays a factor. I think always. I've seen so many children crying over their surrogate parents being like, oh my God, you're dead at this point, that it's like, if you can't get it right, are you really there? And that's kind of how I felt here. I think she did a good job, but I definitely think I've seen other kid actors who can also do a serviceable job. The powers were used sparingly, but beautifully. The action, the car sequence, like my brain remembered, was perfect. And that's all that matters to me in the long run of things, It wasn't as hard to get through as I remembered. Thank God. That makes me happy inside. Definitely say Joker is a lot more emotionally tooling.
I agree. Yeah. Well, no, I can't say that at all.
Zachary cried 40 times. I teared up once with the line of, I don't deserve this. Because if anybody deserves a happy life, it is Professor X. Doesn't matter what
You're gonna start again.
He deserved the happy life.
Mm-hmm.
But that being said, that's my thoughts on Logan. Zachary, any short and sweet thoughts, or are we gonna sit here for 20 minutes while you divulge?
No,
Where we at?
I said everything I needed to say. This movie is a masterpiece, in my opinion. I have no problems with this film. It hits everything it needs to hit. I completely agree with you. I really wish Fox would have looked at this and said, "This is the way we end the X-Men franchise, and we are all satisfied with it because everybody got their happy ending in Days of Future Past, and this is Hugh Jackman's way of getting his happy ending with Logan." And
I mean,
I
ending it with New Mutants is just it's just a wild statement.
Yeah. But I love this movie. Patrick Stewart got robbed of a Best Supporting Actor nod for this movie. The scene in the bed alone should have got it for him because it's one of the most beautiful scenes in the world, and his reaction when X-24 stabs him is genuine, and it's such a that 15-minute chunk is just truly one of the hardest moments of any film I can get through, and I never can. I'm a mess the entire time because it's just how real and how well it's done. James Mangold is one of my favorite directors working today, and he continues to impress me to today. But he really, really, really threw me for a loop. And obviously, Hugh, I mean, there's not really a lot to say about him. He is Wolverine, and I'm so happy we get to see him one more time in July with Deadpool 3. I'm really glad I chose it. It's been a long time since I've seen this movie, and it lived up to everything. This is one of my favorite movies of all time, and it still sticks that way. So I'm really glad we watched it.
Cool. Yeah. Speaking of movie commentaries, we can quickly announce those as both of ours have been chosen for the month of February. Even though technically Zachary is supposed to go first, because both movies are out or will be out by that point, we might move forward with Zachary going first. I don't know for his pick. I picked The Marvels. It's going to be on Disney Plus on the 9th of February.
7th.
Or the 7th. Oh, it's a Wednesday. I didn't realize it was Wednesday. I thought it was a Friday. But either way, I'm cool with whatever. The 7th of February, it was one of my favorite superhero movies of last year. Had a lot of fun with it. I'm very excited for Zachary to experience it. I think he's going to enjoy the movie quite a bit. I think it's going to be a fun reaction nonetheless. Going with it extremely low expectations, past your already extremely low expectations, you're going to have a good time. I mean, I think it deserves more than that. I think higher expectations are presented well because the VFX and everything else is really good in it. But I know you, and I just know where your level needs to be. That's all.
I'm really looking forward to Iman Vellani. I'm really looking forward to her.
Perfect casting. She cannot stop here. This cannot be the ending of this.
I agree.
Idea. I truly hope, even if they don't end up doing what is presented at the end of this movie, which I won't spoil because I don't know what all Zachary knows. At the end of that movie, if they don't even do what's presented, I still hope she continues in other ways, shape, or form. Even though it's super cool, and I'm really excited for what they do present.
Miss Marvel season 2, please. Miss Marvel season 2, please.
Just something. She deserves it 110%. But either way, Zachary, what is your movie commentary for
February? Will be Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning. And that's where the title ends now. No, that's where the title ends. Is Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning.
Don't accept that, but
this will be my first time seeing the movie. Ironically, both films we're watching this next month are movies I missed last year, simply because either time and or things are just going on at the moment where I couldn't get to the theater to go watch them. So I'm excited to watch both of them. And
I'm excited to watch.
You're excited to watch Mission Impossible: Train.
Well, yes, of course, Train. I'm almost tempted to watch Train tonight because Train.
But I'm excited to see how I feel on retrospect thinking because it still pisses me off. Like, I think Train, oh my God, beautiful. And then I think Story and I get mad. So, like, I don't know.
If this gives you any context, anytime I watch anything from Kind of Funny, this movie constantly gets brought up, not spoiler anything or anything, but they always go, I love this movie, but I also hate this film for what it does to somebody. And I'm like, what are they talking about?
Zachary, you have no idea how excited I am that we're going to watch it just for the simple fact I can finally talk to you about it.
Because it's been like, what?
It's been months. I saw it in July.
It came out in July, yeah.
All I know is that it's not worth the rewatch. If you want to watch them all, sure, go ahead. But I promise you, it's just
I'm
not.
watching. I'm
It's not
watching.
worth it.
The
Also,
one, the last one
yeah,
beforehand.
I see. I don't recommend because my problem here is Mission Impossible 5 and 6 are not as good. Like if you watch Captain Marvel and then watch the Marvels, you'll be pleasantly surprised of the upgrade. Mission Impossible 6 to Mission Impossible 7, you'll be pleasantly disappointed with the downgrade.
But you love the one before this.
Fallout is the best Mission Impossible movie that there is. It is the best one. Dead Reckoning it's a time. It is a time. I'm excited for it. There's a lot of things. Haley Atwell is so fucking phenomenal in this movie. And Rome is great. Train is great.
Which Rome seems better, Fast X or MI?
Oh, am I for sure? But that's because dynamics. Ironically, both having to do with balls. Which you figure that out later. but
Okay.
But story bad.
Who's got a better story, Fast X or MI?
Honestly, in my opinion, Fast X.
Oh no. We watched Fast X. I know how that goes. Oh no, what am I in for?
In my opinion, action, Dead Reckoning for sure. But at what cost? I'm so sorry. We can't continue to talk about it. We're watching that as well. I just can't speak on it, or I'm going to spoil it because it just pisses me off every time I think about it. I just want to.
However, I can announce my March commentary as well. I already have that one in the can.
No. We'll figure it out.
No, I have it.
That's fine.
We have learned the hard way.
Yeah.
Don't announce things too soon.
Yeah.
Month in advance. Cool.
Also, quickly, because this is the last time you'll get to see us, Zachary will be back tomorrow. Like I said, we have a ton of trail reactions coming out over the next few days. I might try to spread them. I might not. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Podcast will also be back. If you want to see our Oscar discussion, it already is up and running. Which
awesome.
we had an interesting discussion. I think on retrospect, I almost wish I would have known so I could have thought about it to award the people who were nominated instead of just talking about the people who weren't. But that's okay. The conversation happened how the conversation presented itself. And that's also perfectly fine. But the podcast will be back. We'll be covering everything that happened in January, plus a lot of reviews. If you don't care for reviews, this is not the day for you.
Because by that point, I'll have seen movies that I needed to have seen, and we can talk about them. Yay!
We have a lot to cover. A lot of movies, TV shows, and things that we keep saying, "Oh, we'll finish. We'll wrap it up," and we never did. Well, now we're here to wrap it up.
As long as someone finishes certain shows, we can talk about them. Absolutely.
I will finish the one, but the other one, who knows? That being said, Zachary, do you have an outro for us?
As always, guys, thank you guys very much for watching. Like, rate, subscribe, hit the comment section. Let us know what you think of Logan. Where does it sit for you in the X-Men franchise? Does this movie get you excited at all for Deadpool 3? And where are you at with that one? We will see you guys with the podcast. And I will see you guys tomorrow with Masters of the Universe Revolution Part 2. Excited to get back more into that craziness that's going on. Holy shit with that. So I will see you tomorrow. Bye, y'all.